I'll tell you what, it's really neat.
But it's just one of the great organizations that are
And
out
I
there.
like it too because the old saying goes, you know, give a man a fish, he eats one day, teach him to fish, he eats for a lifetime. To me, that's the essence of Habitat,
Unless it's me,
know?
then I'd never eat. I'm not that good at fishing. I love it. I'm just not that good at it.
Okay, there you go.
But I get your point.
Yeah,
if you're competent at fishing.
You can eat for a lifetime.
Right.
And that's really the essence of Habitat too.
Right.
All right, so I'm jumping to this next one. This is called Double Trouble. Now, originally when I was prepping for the show, I thought Mike named this after the Me and Mike show.
Because it's always about you.
And you. Thus the double trouble.
Exactly.
So there, but that is not true. Why is it double trouble?
Well, the United States government, look, President Ronald Reagan signs the Liberty Coin Act in 1986. They start making the American Silver Eagle in 1986. Overnight, they create the most popularly collected silver coin in the world today. And so it went from 1986 through 2010, they made mint state coins, they made proof coins, and they made an occasional special coin. And then all of a sudden, in 2008, you know, there's a little financial crisis around the world, and people rushed to precious metals. And of course, as this is the most popular silver coin in the world, they rushed to the American Silver Eagle. And so the production of the American Silver Eagle increased by tenfold, almost overnight. As a matter of fact, in 2009, they didn't even make any proof American Silver Eagles because they couldn't make the blanks fast enough. They only made mint state coins. There was nothing but mint state coins in 2009.
People were sucking all the silver out of them.
They went from 5 million Silver Eagles a year to 50 million Silver Eagles a year.
Geez.
Like that, like turning on a faucet.
Oh my gosh.
And it's remained that popular. Now they still sell 30, 40, 50 million Silver Eagles a year. So it got to the point, so they couldn't do them in 2009, 2010, it just got to the point West Point just couldn't keep up because West Point does a lot of other things. And so they needed help from another mint for the very first time, what we call a supplemental minted coin. They'd never done it before in US history, and 2011 was the very first year that they did it. So the vast majority of American Silver Eagles are made at the West Point Mint, and this is the way it looks right here. It says 2011, I'll talk about the label here in a minute. This is the 2011, it's made at West Point Mint, it doesn't have a mint mark on it, it's a regular mint. But they started making supplemental minted coins in 2011, where the San Francisco Mint helped. Now, thankfully, the United States Mint for 2011 took that box and put a special band on it that said San Francisco. So we knew that those coins were from San Francisco.
Because this one does not have a mint mark.
It does not have a mint mark either. Okay. So the only way to get an S-minted coin that you know was made at San Francisco Mint that's a mint state coin was either to have an entire box with the wrap on it, 500 coins,
to prove it, or
to get it certified, because these coins are indistinguishable if they're not in holders. So you have to send the sealed box to PCGS, and then they will label it, as you can see, with the parenthetical S, which means it was made at the San Francisco Mint, struck at the San Francisco Mint, it says there, okay, and then they'll put it in that holder. So what happens is so many of those boxes, and they only made about 5% of the coins to start with, were cut open, and you'll never know they were San Francisco Mint. So the San Francisco Mint coins are basically 100 times or so rarer than the regular issue coins. Well, I'm going to give you both of them for $99, not each, $99 for the pair. So that's an important thing, particularly for this S-minted coin, which has become more and more and more and more collectible.
And you want them in the pair.
Absolutely, because that's both of them.
Much more collectible.
That's right. And then we have the Premier Edition label. So one of the things we do here, so like in Annex first day of issue, first day of issue, okay, in Annex it's exclusive to here. Okay, NGC, we've got Bridge Core and Flag Core, exclusive to me. Premier label PCGS, so we want the 3 major grading companies, okay? Premier label is exclusive to me. You can't get Premier label, and I bring it here to HSN.
But explain what Premier is versus your other labels.
Well, what happens is you get a regular issue PCGS coin, and it just goes into this big population port. We talk about populations, and they're all indistinguishable from each other. This is a specific line, so you know at PCGS exactly how many Premiers there are, because it's listed as a separate line item. And what it means is now you have a only 5,000 of each one of these coins that can be done in the Premier label, and then it's individually separated. So what you've got is an exclusive label with an absolutely top-end limited number of only 5,000 possible coins. I've never done this pair before. You get both coins for $99, and it's not $99 each. Now,
yeah, understand you get both of these.
Yeah, that's the key. So you get the SMint coin.
You get the West Point and you get the San Francisco.
That's the double trouble part.
Right.
Okay, and that's the amazing part, because you can see that SMint coin at $99. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. First year, it's 10 times rarer. But
and
to be able to
supplemental.
That's right. So you're looking at $49.95 a coin.
Right.
Basically, you know, $49.99 a coin is what you're looking at. And when you just see what silver has done recently, I mean, the silver part of that is almost half the value, getting towards half the value at this point. And so that's the cool thing. So I've never done this before. I'm debuting the Premier label in the SMint, struck at San Francisco Mint in the 2011. I haven't been able to find any boxes, and we finally found some San Francisco Minted boxes. 2011 is also a very unique year in that it happens to be the 25th anniversary of the United States Mint.
Oh, right, right.
Okay, which is very cool as well. So that's why we have this in the 25th anniversary label. So that's the regular American Silver Eagle. So if I sold that at $59, $69, $79 by itself, okay, this would be a pretty good coin. If I sold this at $60 or $70 or $80 by itself, it'd be a pretty good a coin. But by the time you put those together at $99.95, it is a pretty special opportunity, particularly given the exclusive label and the limited edition number of the coins within that label is what the issue is. And then only $99.95. And like I said, I don't know if you've been following silver recently.
Oh yeah, it's jumping.
Silver's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, silver's up in the last year. I mean, silver's up, what, 30, 40%, something like that? It was up almost $1 the other day. So, I mean, you know, so silver, because each one of these, remember, is an ounce of pure silver. There was a time...
True, yeah.
Within the last 10 years, that these coins melted for $99. Forget about the Premier label, forget about the special supplemental mint, forget about the 25th anniversary, the grade, the whole thing, forget about all that.
Just wanted the silver.
That's right, just the silver was $99.95. You can see I only got a couple of hundred of these because I was only able to get one box of these.
Did you discover them somewhere?
No, someone had them available for sale.
Called.
They called, yeah,
okay.
and we have to pay a lot of extra money for the SMint. Because the struck at San Francisco Mint, because it has to be a sealed box.
Right.
And so now it's a sealed box from 8 years ago. So someone bought the sealed box and has literally been sitting on it for 8 years and finally sold it to us. So now it brings a fairly significant premium in the marketplace to be able to get that. There's only 500 coins in a box. So I only started with 500 possible pairs. You can get this coin right here.
Right.
Okay, because that's 99% of the coins in essence. The San Francisco Mint, a coin, that's the very tough one. And remember, it doesn't have a mint mark, so it only comes either certified or in the whole box.
But when it came out, did that surprise everybody in the coin collecting world?
We didn't understand what was going on because it didn't happen at the beginning of the year. Okay,
really?
And it came out West Point Mint, and then boom, right then there was San Francisco Mint, and then they stopped. They only did it for a little bit, okay? Just because at the beginning of the year, there's so much demand for the American silver, so they helped out the West Point Mint just for a little bit, okay? And then stopped, and all of a sudden, oh, we like the San Francisco Mint, and then they're gone. And then they did them again in 2012.
And people opened them up and used them.
Right.
Recirculated.
So they did them again in 2012, 13, and 14. And then they said, in 15, we stopped, but they lied to us. They did it and stopped marking the boxes. And they actually kept making them at the San Francisco Mint and the Philadelphia Mint.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I remember we had those, right?
Yeah, the 2015
the super secret ones.
If that Constantine isn't the best coin, the 2015 P on the
HSN.com?
yeah, they only made 74,000 of the Philadelphia Mint coins.
And again, that had to be strapped.
I think in Mint State 69, I think we sell that for, I think it's $7.99.
No kidding. So check it on hsn.com. All right, just want to tell you too, if you get our HSN card, I love it. You get it, go online. If you're approved, we give you $10 off. I don't think that's the greatest thing about this at all, quite frankly. I think 10 bucks is always nice. Somebody hands me a $10 bill, I'd be happy. But what's really cool is all the special things you get access to once you have our card. If you'd like to get all the details, go to hsn.com and definitely check it out. All right, guys, on that